Timon of Athens is the 29th play by William Shakespeare, believed to have been written around 1606. Some critics suggest that Shakespeare collaborated with Thomas Middleton, a successful contemporary playwright, on this work. Classified as a tragedy, the play is marked by its distinct characteristics, setting it apart from Shakespeare's more polished works. It remains incomplete. Its themes revolve around human greed, ingratitude, and the potential consequences of extreme generosity. The play opens in the residence of Timon, a wealthy Athenian nobleman. Various merchants, including a poet, a painter, and a jeweler, discuss the prospect of selling their creations to Timon. Upon learning that his close friend, Ventidius, is imprisoned, Timon sends him money to secure his release. In addition, Timon makes purchases from the visiting craftsman. Appomattus, a cynical and curt individual, arrives at Timon's house. Disregarding Timon's warm welcome, Appomattus mocks the other visitors, alleging that they are merely seeking to capitalize on Timon's wealth. This includes a poet who praises Timon as fortune's favorite. Despite Appomattus's skepticism, Timon remains unfazed. Another friend, Captain Alcibiades, visits Timon and joins in the reception. Timon hosts a lavish feast in a grand hall, attracting flatterers. During a heartfelt speech, Timon expresses gratitude for his friends and their contributions to his life. Flavius, Timon's servant, is concerned about Timon's financial situation due to his excessive generosity. There are rumors suggesting that Timon possesses a hidden source of income, given his boundless ability to bestow gifts. However, 3 creditors appear at Timon's door one day, demanding payment. Although Timon tries to dismiss them, they insist on being repaid. Flavius had previously warned Timon about his depleting funds, but Timon consistently brushed aside such concerns. In an attempt to resolve his financial crisis, Timon endeavors to sell his land, only to discover that it is already mortgaged. In search of assistance, Timon asks his friends for loans, but none are willing to aid him. Even Ventidius, whom Timon recently aided in getting released from jail, declines to help. Servants begin to gather outside Timon's house, awaiting their overdue payments. They find it perplexing that their masters demand money from Timon while continuing to enjoy the gifts he had bestowed upon them. Despite his dire financial situation, Timon plans a final dinner party and invites his friends and other nobles. During the feast, Timon publicly prays that God never grants people all of their desires, as he believes they will eventually abandon him. Displaying his remaining offerings, bowls of water, Timon curses his supposed friends and departs from Athens. Meanwhile, in another part of Athens, Alcibiades engages in a debate with local senators regarding the sentencing of a friend who killed another man in a fit of rage. The senators consider Alcibiades a threat and exile him due to his anger. Like Timon, Alcibiades is banished from the city. Timon's servants mourn his departure, deploring how a once generous man could be treated so poorly and become so cynical. Among them, Flavius, utilizing his last resources, is the sole servant who accompanies Timon into the wilderness. While searching for sustenance, Timon stumbles upon a massive heap of gold. With newfound mistrust of wealth, he keeps only a portion of the gold and buries the rest. In the woods, Timon encounters Alcibiades, who shares his plan to amass an army and conquer Athens. Timon contributes some of his gold and encourages the destruction of his former homeland. Living in a cave, Timon receives a visit from Appomattus. Appomattus chastises Timon for his excessive generosity towards people who were clearly exploiting him. The two exchange sharp words, with Timon questioning why Appomattus holds such a pessimistic view of the world, which hasn't treated him as harshly as it has Timon. They part ways, united only in their belief that humanity deserves destruction. Flavius pays another visit to Timon's cave, offering his services. Timon, recognizing that Flavius hasn't yet developed a hatred for humanity, gives him gold and instructs him to leave him be. Word of Timon's possession of some gold reaches the poet and the painter, prompting them to visit his cave. Seeking amusement and revenge, Timon sends them on a convoluted journey before finally giving them any money. Following his self-imposed exile, 2 senators from Athens, accompanied by Flavius, approach Timon to convey the city's regrets for mistreating him and to implore his return. They are also hoping that Timon's presence might deter Alcibiades from attacking the city. Despite their appeals, Timon decides against returning and dismisses the senators with the suggestion that they hang themselves. As Alcibiades commences his invasion of Athens, the senators attempt to negotiate with him, explaining that not all Athenians insulted Timon and Alcibiades. Moved by their defense, Alcibiades agrees to enter the city peacefully, with the intention of seeking retribution only against those individuals who directly abused Timon's generosity and affronted him. Abruptly, a messenger arrives with news of Timon's death. Grief-stricken, Alcibiades reads an epitaph that Timon had penned for himself. Alcibiades reflects on the tragedy of Timon passing away with the belief that he couldn't place trust in anyone on earth. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.